Hello, IGN. My name is Otero. I'm here with Brendan Graeber.
How you doing?
And we are playing Splatoon, because guess what, Brendan?
I'm a squid now.
Last night at 7 p.m., good guess. Last night at 7 p.m., an update that unlocked the NES Zapper, essentially, in Splatoon.
And a new map.
And a new map, Port Mackerel. We're going to try and cover both of them. We'll cover one in this video right now, which is the NES Zapper. So ranked battles, by the way, are open. Celebrate. But remember, folks, you have to be level 10 in order to participate in Splat Zones.
You gotta be fresh.
You gotta be fresh.
They're always like that. You're not fresh enough to do this.
Yes, this is true. I've been turned away at the store. There's videos. There's videos on IGN to prove it. But Splat Zones is fun because it is sort of a different take on Turf Wars, where you're controlling one specific zone. You have to work together with a team to try and control that space. It's one of the few modes where it feels like you really actively do have to target the other players because you want to control that center space. And then here's Port Mackerel, a quick shot. Notice the covering on the top of the crates. You cannot climb those.
But it's interesting, if you can get to some of those, they give you really good height advantage. Yeah,
good vantage points, especially for anyone brave enough to drop a Splat Charger. And finally, the N-ZAP 85 to commemorate the NES Zapper, which some of you may remember.
With Splat Bomb subweapon and Echolocator special weapon.
I love this line right here, though. We need to ask Sheldon for the deets, and she looks so disappointed. Because if you talk to Sheldon, he's kind of Splatoon's gun nut, where he tells you way too much about it. So then here we have the stages.
Regular battle stages.
Yeah, and this is where, in the review, I point out this might go on for a little too long in this unskippable sequence, but if you're watching this video, you probably already read our review on IGN. You should definitely check it out if you haven't. Splatoon is a good game, so you should be playing it. Moving on. All right, now we're skipping. Stay fresh, and let's be fresh and go get this Zapper. So this is only a level 3 character because this is the Office Wii U. I did not bring one in from home. I'm going to walk there, even though, fun fact, you can just tap on the weapon shop on the gamepad.
If you are lazy, you can just tap between them.
Yep. What kind of weapon are you in the market for? Uh-oh. It's locked until level 5.
Jose.
Come back. We're going to be right back. We're going to do a time lapse right here. So don't go anywhere. We'll be level 5 real soon. We've done it, Brendan.
Level 5.
Level 5. You probably saw it in another video where we straight up owned Port Mackerel.
Jose was shooting ink and taking names.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. So much ink. But here we are, and we're going to talk to Sheldon, who loves to explain every single weapon in great detail. He's kind of the Solid Snake of the Splatoon universe. I'm talking about like Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 3, the one who'll be like, you should be firing from your hip and use a revolver. He's absolutely doing that right now.
We now have access to the new, brand new, updated free DLC weapon, the NES Zapper. You need to be level 5 to use it. You need to have 3,500 coins. Gold, whatever they call them. What do they call the currency? Yep,
and this is it, the N-ZAP 85. Actually, they don't give the currency a name that I know of, but the N-ZAP 85. So, the N-ZAP 85 is a shooter with excellent ink efficiency and rapid-fire capability. I think Trinan said that word for word in the presentation the other day.
I don't doubt that.
Attack powers and all that, but it's fabulous at quickly charging up the Echolocator special weapon. So, Echolocator is underrated in value, I think. Or at least, I'm not sure. I hope you're using it. Because as cool as it is to use defensive specials in Splatoon, the Echolocator is one of the few ways you can actually communicate with a team.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're going to equip it. Take a look at that. Wow. 85 all over again. There it is.
It especially helps with
so let's go to test.
Where your team is in comparison to the other team.
Yep.
You can kind of go, okay, they're all bunched up over here. Let's take this right route.
Yep. So let's, again, take one more look at the Zapper.
Zap some ducks.
There it is. Yeah, we're going to zap. I'm hunting squids. So you'll see it fires really quickly.
That is pretty fast.
Which is really cool. With the right perk loadout, but it's very focused. Like, if you look at like when an Uzi fires,
like
you know, for
Splatter
example,
Shot or Splatter
Shot Junior
spread.
Covers a spread. Like, it's enough to almost be a full square, whereas this is a lot more focused, straight ahead, like a thin path for the most part, unless you stay there.
It has almost the thin path of a charger, but with the rate of fire of a regular main blaster.
Splatter Shot Junior? Yeah, I keep calling it Uzi. I need to stop doing that. Yes, the Splatter Shot Junior. So I'm just going to run around and build up special so I can show you what I'm talking about. So right now we have special. The echolocator labels every single threat on screen, and all your other your friendlies basically get this intel too, so they'll know, oh, that guy's really close to me, let me press up. Or if someone tries to hide in the ink, that circle also shows exactly where they're sitting.
Very good for hiding people with the splat rollers who try and jump out at the last second.
Yep. So use it. It's good stuff. The other part of this weapon is the splat bomb, which you've seen before. Very risky to throw. I find myself not throwing that many grenades in Splatoon just because of how much ink it consumes. I mean, look at that.
True, but you with the N-ZAP, you do get a better ink recovery and better use of the gun. So you could actually shoot after the bomb and not lose as much as you would from like a splatter shot.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I think that's more perks than the weapon, right? Because if you have like ink saver on grenades or faster regain, that stuff will totally come in handy.
Yeah, it's definitely worth your while to try and find some clothing that benefits your loadout, whatever you're trying to whatever weapon you're trying to use. Like, find if you have like a good weapon like this, try and find some perks that'll take advantage of that.
Yep. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. A quick look at the N-ZAP 85, part of the arsenal that's now in Splatoon. Make sure you check that out. And for more Splatoon coverage, you're already in the right place. IGN.